Little feature here on the show, the
What are you trying
CT
to say?
Style Acoustic Cafe.
That's right.
That's what it is. Hey, so you know the lyrics to the old Beatles song, Can't Buy Me Love. That was a bad rendition. I do apologize. I'll work on that.
You're on a roll today, my
we're
friend.
on a roll, but can it buy you happiness? That is the question. Our next guest, she thinks so.
Relationship expert Dr. Patty Ann Tublin is here, and you have a new book out. This is exciting. The new book is called Money Can Buy You Happiness.
Yes, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Haven't we been told since our entire life that money cannot buy you happiness?
Right.
It's true.
It's true.
It's just not true.
Why is
All right.
that? Why is
Can
that?
you imagine how different your life would be? How much more wonderful it would be if you could eliminate all the financial worries that you have in your life?
That would probably be an easy life, I would think. You wouldn't have to go to work. You wouldn't have to have any obligations. You could just sit at home and
Travel.
eat Cheetos.
So much. Yeah.
Right.
Things like that.
So what happens is that when we have the availability of money, it eliminates the stress of worrying about it. And then we know that stress creates unhappiness in our lives. So if we have money, we can become happier.
Right.
It also allows us to have the freedom to make choices that we otherwise wouldn't be able to make.
This is kind of different, though, for men versus women, wouldn't you say?
It absolutely is, which is why the second half of the book, the title is Money Can Buy You Happiness.
Okay.
Secrets women need to know to get paid what they're worth. Because the book is about closing the gender wage gap and teaching women how to negotiate. Because women, more so than men, have bought into the fact that money can't buy you happiness, and they're afraid to ask to get paid what they're worth.
It's almost as if women are sometimes grateful for the position that they're being offered, right? When in fact they earned it and they're due what their salary.
Right. They don't want to rock the boat.
Sure.
They're afraid that if they ask for what they're worth, which they need to know, that they don't always know, that then people won't like them. It goes against being the good girl syndrome.
And you get a reputation, right? You might be cranky or labeled, you know.
Right. Well, a woman
get
might be
worse.
labeled as, being aggressive, whereas a man with the same type of negotiation style would be said they're a go-getter, they're assertive, they're great. And what I want women to know with this book is that you have as much a financial responsibility to get paid what you're worth and to make money for yourself as you do for your family. The research shows that when women earn money, they are more inclined to spend it on others than themselves. They put it back into their families, into their communities, and to the causes that they care about.
So men are more likely to spend it, maybe go buy a car, do something not as smart with the money.
Exactly. And when we give, that also makes us feel better. So what I want this book to do is to have women embrace the reality that money does make the world go round. You don't have to become a slave to it. We're not talking about buying a Lear jet. We're just talking about taking the stresses out of our lives so that we can be a little bit more fulfilled and happy and be able to enjoy the ride.
So, Dr. Patty Ann, do you have any negotiation tips for women?
I do. And I'll share one with the viewers now that's
Sure.
not in the book.
Okay.
And the first one is know your worth. Women do not know what they are worth. And to your point, Teresa, they are just so grateful that they have the job or they have the position that they just take what's ever offered to them. So I've worked with like a global COO. She was offered the position, she was offered the salary. I said, what did you do with that? So I took it. I said, no,
I wonder
you
what they would have offered
didn't.
a man in her position.
Well, after we were done working, she got 20% more than they offered. But the research shows that companies know women don't negotiate. So if you don't negotiate for yourself, quite frankly, who else will? It's not your boss's responsibility. It's not your supervisor's responsibility. So women have to take responsibility to make sure that they get what they're worth. So what I do share in the book is a very easy step-by-step system. And by the way, negotiation skills are not taught in any program. So you have to learn this yourself. The first one is know what your position is worth for the region that you live in, for the years of experience that you have. And it takes a little bit of research, but there's this thing today called Google.
Yeah.
It's payscale.com. It's
Speaking
really easy.
Speaking of Google, we got to Google your book and find out a little bit more about it. I know on Tuesday, January 26th, it's the official Amazon book launch at Women and moneybook.com. You guys got to head on over and pick that up because it's not even off the press yet. We don't even have a printed version.
Money
That's
can
how
buy
new
you
it is.
happiness. Dr. Patty Ann, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for the tips. Good luck
Great.
with the book.
Thank
you so much.
Thank you.
Check it
Appreciate
out.
it.
All right, up next, this woman's weight loss journey is now